Nerdrotic.com.
Greetings, everyone. How's it going? Welcome to the Nerdrotic Nooner. It's Tuesday. It's October 8th, 2019. And we're going to start this one with catching up on some super chats from the Inquisition. We're also going to talk about the Joker and the mass hysteria that it didn't cause only within the Access media. And we're going to talk about the day Star Trek died that nobody watched. What's up, everybody? Sip of Pete's for the working man and the working woman out there. Those strong female leads who are actually exist. Excuse me, because I just drank some Pete's. In real life, you know, the real ones. Not the ones we're virtue signaled about. You know, the ones like Mrs. Nerdrotic. Cheers to you, ladies. It's so good when it hits your lips. What's up, everybody? All right. So this is the starting of season 2 of the Nerdrotic Nooner. Never expect it to be exactly on time, but we're going to roughly start it at 11:30, and it's going to be back to Monday and Wednesday. Now, today is obviously not Monday, but yeah, I needed to catch up from New York. So that's the schedule from here on out. And I don't know if we're going to cover Batwoman consistently or not. We certainly, man, that live stream got a lot of views for like a 50-minute live stream. I think it's at 60,000 views. So I don't know if it's just curiosity for the first episode. Doomcock and I need to discuss that because that would be torturous to watch that show. And again, it's woke. It's typical CW woke, but it's not as woke and feminist as it made itself out to be. But that could change as time goes on. It was a pilot episode. So maybe we'll cover the second episode because that's going to be the first one that's real bat whamming. And we'll go from there. But I do want to talk about Mr. Robot to start out with real quick. I will be covering it on Nerdrotic Live. And if you're not subscribed to Nerdrotic, as a matter of fact, let me start with this. If you like what I do here, please consider subscribing to the channel. Due to some recent changes, and they are constant here at YouTube, the algorithm greatly benefits Entertainment Tonight, CNN, CBS. I'm starting to see Entertainment Tonight come up on my feed. I have never once clicked on an Entertainment Tonight video. I haven't watched Entertainment Tonight since the days of Ron Hendren and Dixie Watley. So if you like what I do here, please subscribe to the channel. Also, if you could consider, you can find it on my channel on the right-hand side, Nerdrotic Live. That's where all my live content goes, and I will be doing videos there once in a while that are just going to be television reviews. And that's what brings us to Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot took a 2-year break. It's in its final season. It's in its 4th season. I know the show's not for everybody. It's pretty nice. It's very 2015. But it's not really political. It's more of a Fight Club meets Occupy meets The Matrix. And I've always liked it. I thought season 2 season 2 was okay. It had one of its best episodes, but it wasn't great. Season 3 recovered. Then it took a giant 2-year break because Rami Malek became a huge star. And now it's back. I was worried it was going to be woke because it's one of those TV shows like Westworld, like Game of Thrones, that came out prior to all this Me Too Time's Up shit going on in Hollywood. And I saw the first episode last night, and that is not the case. It was Mr. Robot. It was violent. It was edgy. It was crazy, filled with drug abuse. And it looks like they're going full on sci-fi. And I love it. I love it. and it did something pretty shocking and unexpected, but in a very good way. And I liked the episode a lot. So I'm going to be covering it late Sunday night. This is after the Inquisition, after Batwoman on Nerdrotic Live. So it'll be like 11 o'clock Pacific time. For those of you who are interested, I did cover the show a couple of years ago when it aired. It did very well for my very small channel. And a year ago at this time right here, I was at 6,300 subscribers. So for YouTubers, for the up and coming independent YouTubers, although there's been changes to the algorithm, if you work your ass off, or if you even just do it as a hobby, and if you're consistent about it, you can catch on. I don't believe it's rocket science. If you are verbose, if you are a talkative person, YouTube is for you. If you're one of those people who people said, man, that guy never shuts up, or that gal never shuts up, YouTube is for you. I wish my pops was alive to see me. I'm able to use what probably annoyed him the most in a very positive way. Some may say, some may not say that. So there, we have started out. Now, we're going to get to the super chats, but I want to see who's here in the chat first. Okay, we've got Eric Santucci, Dina Jamrons, Big Red Bear, Neon Visual, Orville Nation. What is up? Those are the super chats. I will get to those in just a second. I'm like, what's going on here? And best Doctor Who is Patrick Troughton. Welcome back, sir. And I do have a little Doctor Who to talk about today. It's not good, unfortunately. Cindy C, Larry, Barcelona 12, Gray Troll, Michael's Asylum, LT Showcase, SPDA 242, Omega Ash, Lord Inquisitor, Captain Spire. Yes, we will also Destiny Captain. We will do a little toxic mailbag today. Force Ghost Jeremy. It has a 10% rating. I can't believe it's that high. Listen, Batwoman is not as offensively bad as far as feminism is concerned as Captain Marvel is. Not nearly as bad. It's just garden variety bad. It's bad actors with worse writing. Ruby Rose, your boy Zach did a review, and I love your boy Zach. Richard Meyer from Diversity in Comics and your Comics Matter with your boy Zach. Love that dude. But he said at the end of his Batwoman review that he thought Ruby Rose did a good American accent. And, Zach is probably one of the best comic critics alive. And that's not hyperbole. I think he sees things in comic books that most people don't. And I think it's a gift. I think that's his gift. Television, not so much. But that's okay. I love him, man. Thank you. We are very proud of you, Gary. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. Spacepunk. I don't even know what to call you. It's like a symbol. What symbol is that? Tell me what symbol is that so I know what to call you. He or she who left the chat. We are very proud of you, Gary. Spacepunk. What's up? I want to see Cradden back in Star Trek. I really hope this will happen. I want to see Alex Kurtzman off Star Trek. I do. I want to see that whole crowd removed, an entire new production team. You know what? An entire new production team brought in. James Dugan, what is up? Steven Arts 89, Mike 60, Reese, TFPM, Ice Smite, DW, Kenchi, and 16-bit mascot. And wow, it's just going too fast for me. Welcome everybody, and we're going to talk a lot of Star Trek today because I was watching a little bit of Anti-Trekkers stream, as I tend to do, and I agree with him. Star Trek died with this short trek. It's done. Stick a fork in it. It's done. It was damn near close to death, but this short trek was Luke Skywalker drinking booby milk for Star Trek. Spock singing was Luke Skywalker drinking booby milk. That was just a misunderstanding of that character on the most basic fundamental level. And I don't think they even want to understand the character by wanting to make... See, I'll say this again. Spock suppresses his emotions. He is half human, half Vulcan, but he is largely unemotional in the entirety of the original series. Now, there are times when he laughs, but it's supposed to be shocking. That means there's something wrong with Spock. And they do that for poignant moments of storytelling. Kurtzman goes to the well all the time. You know, it's like a signature saying. You know, you're only supposed to say your signature saying or your signature thing once in a while to make it special. You know, the Fonz did not kick on the jukebox every episode. So every time they bring in Spock, they have to deal with his emotions or some kind of vulnerability. It's breaking down the character, and it's doing it. And they did it in the cheapest way because they needed to prop up number one in what was essentially a cartoon, a 14-minute episode. They needed to prop up and make the very charming Rebecca Romijn Stamos. They made her a Mary Sue in 14 minutes, completely annoying, and they did it at the expense of Spock. Screw you. And if they're doing it to troll fans or troll old Star Trek fans, which is I'm starting to get this impression, then, you know, that Kurtzman interview where he said he listens to the fan, this guy is so full of shit all the time. He has no talent. You know, you want to see what talent is, you watch The Joker. All right, that's talent. That is pure talent. That is the best of the best Hollywood has to offer. Alex Kurtzman is trash. Alex Kurtzman, Star Trek Short Treks is as bad as Batwoman. It is CW soap opera garbage that just needs to get off the air. CBS All Access, you are screwed. You are done. Good luck. Good luck getting some. And Michael Chabon, dude. Michael Chabon, that was embarrassing. Like we talked about on the Inquisition, Doomcock did the best rant. And, you know, I will later on link the Inquisition from last Sunday. It was epic. He had the most epic rant about the Joker and Star Trek that you need to listen to. And you need to hear it. You know, if Alex Kurtzman was smart, you know, listen, he's smart enough to navigate through the waters of Hollywood. He's obviously a pretty good bullshit artist, misinformation artist. But the one thing you can't hide is your lack of talent. That is that shows every time. See, the worst thing that can happen to anything produced by Alex Kurtzman is him producing content. Anytime his content is shown, anything with his name on it, he drags everyone down with him. He drags down Akiva Goldsman, who knows, like that. How does that guy keep getting work? You want to talk about cronyism in Hollywood? How does this dude keep getting deals? He sucks. Kurtzman sucks. Michelle Paradise sucks. I mean, I don't know how many times we have to say this. If there's people who actually like the show, they obviously like it. They're out of spite. You can't tell me this is good. And if you do, then I don't know if you should be critiquing television for a hobby or a living on YouTube. I mean, everybody has a right to their opinion. They certainly do. But you got to back that up with some semi-decent taste. You can't be right about everything, you know. But across the board, with all the people I trust on YouTube, across the board, even your boy Zach has come around. But Red Letter Media, I trust their taste. We have very similar opinions about Star Trek. Robert Meyer Burnett, for Star Trek, I trust his taste. Anti-Trekker, I trust his taste. Tom, Rob, Andre, I trust their taste. Doomcock, these people have good taste, and none of them like Star Trek. It's hard for us to find a moment. And yes, I'm trying to be fair in those videos. All right, let's get caught up on the super chats. A lot of them are about Star Trek and the Joker. And then we'll get to you. But again, I apologize we couldn't get to this. There's the air raid siren. You probably can't hear it, but at noon every day, or noon every Tuesday in San Francisco, they test the air raid siren. It sounds like the world's going to end. Fixie Clary for $5 says, Lord Doomcock speaks the truth, and this is concerning his rant, where he talks about what they did to Spock. So Spock, the entire short trek, which is 14 minutes, is smirking. He's envious. He laughs after he sings. And it was pointless. It was a cheap trick. They just don't care. They don't care. They don't think you, the viewer, are smart enough for they thought old Star Trek was too smart for a current year viewer. And the problem is they're judging people by their own standards, which they should not. Calamity C. Shipyards is asking a question that I would like to answer right now. Tell us what's going on with the Anas, please. All right, I need to get back in touch with him. Anas has reached out to me and another YouTuber, and the fight is not over. But as you may know, these fights get very expensive, and I want to say that Anas has never, ever, ever asked for a penny of money, and we might be getting towards him needing to crowdfund. So we're going to try to work that out. I will let you guys know. I'm working on it with Tom from Midnight's Edge, and we'll see where it goes. But we're gonna attempt to make that happen. The battle is not over. My thinking is the judge just wants to get this case over with and favor with the giant company. And I think we just need to be louder. I think we need to be very loud and very annoying. And I think we need to start embarrassing the shit out of CBS. I think I need to pick up my video production, maybe 2 videos a month now concerning the lawsuit. And we need to do more live streams dedicated to the lawsuit. What's the lawsuit? Well, in my opinion, Anas Abdeen, the creator of the point-and-click adventure game Tardigrades, was completely ripped off by the hacks working under Alex Kurtzman and the hack himself, Alex Kurtzman, for Star Trek Discovery. They used Brian Fuller's concepts and then bastardized them, and then, in my opinion, and that's in my opinion too, ripped off somebody else and made a hybrid hack job of 2 other people's work, in my opinion. Thank you, Calamity Psy Shipyards, for 2 New Zealand dollars. Love Middle Earth. Love Middle Earth. Australian $2. Dan Bees, love the Laws of Canon video, Lord Doomcock. Yes, please go check out his new Laws of Canon video. And let's show this on the capture window. There we go. We've also got Jaybird3. Remember Harv Bennett? He didn't know Star Trek at first either. So he watched every single episode before taking on Star Trek 2. That's the kind of respect that Star Trek deserves and isn't getting. Jaybird third for $10. Yes, thank you for reminding everybody of that. That's a true creative. That's somebody who actually takes his job seriously. Can you guys hear that saw in the background? I'm going to have to close the window. Sorry, they're putting my backyard fence. I'm putting in a new gate in the backyard because we bought a trailer because I am pure white trash. Whiskey Tango, yo. And we're going to have a trailer be our guest house. And we're having tater tots for dinner. Where's Kids Menu Jeremy when you need him? Australian $5 from Anthony Ock. I'm so excited for Picard and Disco. We should only feel blessed to be given such a series that ends Kurtzman's career like a Kremen time ship. Ha ha. Thank you, Anthony, for Australian $5. Like a Kremen. Sorry, Kremen. Did I say Kremen? Yeah, I can't read. Alex Kurtzman's career is over. This is the last big thing he will do. When you shit can a franchise like this guy has, he might get another job out of it, maybe, but he's done. I don't know how he's seen in Hollywood. Some have said he's seen with respect. The vast majority of fandom thinks this guy's a hack. You know what, Kurtzman? Stick to Hawaii Five-0. Michelle Paradise, stick to your CW shows. Leave the sci-fi for the women and men who know it. And you know what? If you need a woman running the show, fine. Find a female Star Trek expert. They exist. There's plenty of them out there. Captain Spire, I'm trying to be objective about this. Axanar is filming and they got a crew working on their 15-minute show, but CBS is again coming down hard on them. They are. I have mixed feelings about that too. So here are my mixed feelings on that, and I'll be brief on this. I think you should be allowed to make any fucking fan film you want. I think any franchise should be proud that somebody wants to make a fan film. And you know what? If you make a few bucks on that fan film, who gives a shit? You are getting free advertising. I think it just shows insecurity. That being said, you need to come through on your crowdfunding. I know things take a little extra time. And you got to keep in mind the other fan films, the other people in fan filmdom who got hurt with this. And you got to keep in mind that this is somebody else's IP. My belief is it's awesome that you want to do that and it shows the health of a franchise. But I think if you have that much time and creativity, make your own stuff because it might actually turn into something that can make you money. I started this YouTube job as a hobby, as a hobby that cost me money. It cost me a lot of money at first, and I loved it. I loved spending money on it, spending too much money on microphones and websites, and and I just did it for fun, and that's cool, but if you have enough creativity to actually produce a show of any kind, make it your own. Make it your own. Tim Riggs, CBS, thank you, Captain Spire, $5. Tim Riggs, CBS doesn't have the Super Bowl this year. Be interesting to see subscriber numbers for All Access after the drop, the STD season, after they dropped the STC season 3 dookie. Yeah, no Super Bowl for CBS to hide their numbers with this year. Okay. I'll put myself on camera for this. I heard from my insider yesterday. No, yesterday. God, I've been tired. Yesterday. This is the insider that is only mine. This is the person I've known for a decade. And I know for a fact they work for either Viacom or CBS. Now, who knows how much longer this person will have a job because there is a lot of redundancies going on and they're already in the layoff mode. But my insider overheard a conversation that this was the lowest viewed short trek. All the short treks are below projection, whatever that means. Didn't get an exact number. I don't know what the lowest viewed number is. My guess is the Star Trek Discovery episodes get, and I'm talking about we'll say over the lifespan of a month, a single episode probably gets somewhere between 100 to 300,000 views. Now, are those full views? I'll call them clicks. Now, I'm not going to say that's 100 to 300,000 people watching it all the way through. I think it's probably like a YouTube video. It's probably a half or a very small percentage of that. This show, okay, for this show to be able to pay for itself at $10 million an episode, we're talking about Star Trek Discovery, it needs to get Game of Thrones ratings. Game of Thrones ratings. Which no show gets. Not your, maybe Stranger Things gets that. I think Stranger Things, I mean, that's just my guess, probably comes close because it continues to be one of the most talked about things in streaming consistently is Stranger Things. But Game of Thrones was the biggest show in the world as far as scripted dramas. And it got, what did it got towards it? So yeah, Star Trek Discovery needs like 10 million people watching an episode. They're not getting that. They're not getting 1 million. They're not getting 1 million. So listen, this is all for a drive to get subscribers. We're in the streaming war. We all know this. And you know what? If CBS wants to call me out on that, show us the numbers. Show us the numbers and I'll shut up. But we know they won't. All right. Let's get back to you guys, because that's what this show is about. You know, because Candace put out a nice tweet yesterday thanking me and Jeremy and proper Jeremy for slinging around in the mud with, for one, that's where I'm proper Whiskey Tango. I was brought up in the mud. I am very comfortable in the mud. I will sling around with them. But honestly, this is a lot of fun, but this doesn't work without you guys. So I kneel to the fandom menace. I bow to you guys, and not just everybody. The fandom menace, when I say the fandom menace, I'm talking about fandom, the general audience. There's no membership required. There are no dues or fees. And we try to practice these principles in all of our affairs. These principles of respecting the fan, having good entertainment that is not exclusive while being while pretending to be not exclusive, but doesn't include you. I can't speak the words right now. Words bad now. JC, do you feel Expanse is going a little bit SG1? Also, great to see another Inquisition. No, I mean, I don't know a ton about SG1, but no, the Expanse is very much its own thing. But it's got hints to the Expanse is the heir apparent to Battlestar Galactica and Firefly. That's what it is. If you liked either of those shows, or if in my case, both of them, and you love them dearly, this is the heir apparent, and it could turn out to be better than both of those shows. We'll have to see where it goes. I can't stop thinking about the episode New Terra. I am going to do a proper review. That video will be on Nerdrotic Live within 24 hours. It will be full of spoilers, but you'll want to watch it. You'll want to watch it because it doesn't really spoil anything. It's a setup episode, but I'm not lying by saying it's one of the best episodes of The Expanse, period. I would put it in my top 5 for sure. Best directed. The visuals were stunning. The acting was brilliant. And you can see everybody is comfortable in their roles. Like Dominique Tipper is now Naomi Nagata, period. End of story. And the female characters are not overblown or Mary Sued. And it is just The Expanse. And it's just better than the side of the Orville. It's just better than everything else. Here are some TV shows that are currently on the air right now that I can highly recommend, that aren't woke pieces of garbage, that are well-written, fun shows. These are just shows that I like, okay? The Orville and The Expanse are 1A, 1B. Mr. Robot, Venture Brothers, Castlevania. You can watch any episode of those shows and you will be entertained. Those are 5 brilliant goddamn shows. And Stranger Things is pretty good too. Yeah, Stranger Things is great. Don't get me wrong. Good Omens was great. And The Boys. So there's good stuff you can go watch right now. But I think the best of the best is the Orville and The Expanse. That's just me. So Picard is now Golden Girls / Farscape in Space, says Trooper Bear FN2252 for $2. Yes, it is. And I watched the trailer again and, I like it less. Go watch the trailer again. You can see where they're going. They're setting us up. Listen, they've come out and said it. Picard will not be captaining a ship. This is going to be a story as much about this crew as about him. I don't know how much screen time he's actually going to get compared to the crew. And this is going to be garden variety, typical Alex Kurtzman schlock. Absolute schlock with Michael Chabon's name on it. This show tested so poorly that they had to rip Kurtzman off the show. Oh, I'm sorry. He left the show because he's overseeing Star Trek and he has too much responsibilities. So this guy, hey, by the way, have you heard Kevin Feige having to leave a project and bring somebody else in to run it because he's got too much responsibilities? Have you heard that? I haven't. Have you heard Seth MacFarlane having to pull himself off a project and give it to somebody else because he's got too much responsibilities? No, I don't think so. Don't think I heard that. No, trying to think. Joss Whedon. Did Joss Whedon ever, make somebody a co-showrunner because he had too many responsibilities? No. No. The answer is fucking no. Uploading my Joker review tonight. Hope you'd watch critique. I value your opinion. Hail the Inquisition, Nerdrotic, and Doomcock Rock. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dark Knight of Thrones. You know what? I will watch your video and I'll let you know. Thank you for the $5. I will absolutely watch your video. Jeff Taylor, glad to finally catch you guys live. In regards to the Rush Picard reshoots and the TNG cast, do you think it was a post-merger and 25% is over with? I do believe it is on its way out. And I think that those reshoots were allowed. I don't know. I think it was prior. I mean, the merger's not official yet, but I think they probably cut a deal or something. I'm not sure, but they were hastily put together after some very poor reshoots. And if you go back and look at my videos, I'm showing articles where they said no Next Generation cast was ever intended to be in this show originally. But Spock was never intended to be a part of Star Trek Discovery. We know these people they don't know what they're doing. They just flat out don't know what they're doing. It's a bunch of freaking soap opera normies who go to spas and go golfing and shit, trying their shot at Star Trek. Doomcock's, thank you, Jeff Taylor. Crazy Pineapple. Doomcock's rending of the Mistral Boy had me think about Vic and Anas. We must defend free speech and our pop culture. Without respect, we reject. Yep. And with Vic and Anas, this is no shot at their lawyers. Seriously, I mean that, but what my lawyer taught me very early on, it's always good to have a really fucking good lawyer, and they're worth every penny when you need them. And, yeah, you got to have a good one. Felipe Abrigo, this is for saving me 15 minutes, guys. I will not watch any Star Trek shorts anymore. I just saw the thumbnail for Disgracery, and just being Martin Green makes me sick. Just seeing Martin Green makes me sick. Thank Harvey for The Expanse. Yes, thank Harvey for The Expanse. And oh my God, that episode's so good. I mean, it embarrassed the rest of television, but it really embarrassed Alex Kurtzman. Naren Shankar is... he and Seth MacFarlane are the best two showrunners in Hollywood right now. And they're not getting these big multi-million-dollar deals. Well, I mean, Seth is. I'm sorry, Seth did. But Naren Shankar, how Netflix is giving Dan and Dave, ungodly amounts of money. They don't have they don't have any talent compared to Naren Shankar. Like, you can't, there's no measurement. Hail Gary, Batwoman is at 8 p.m. West Coast, not 9 p.m. Oh, was it? Oh, well, yeah, shit. That's news to me. Thank you, Planet Musk Vlog. Matt G, how do you compare the Joker versus Natural Born Killers? The Joker's better, but I love Natural Born Killers. I love that movie. Rachel Maddow on, by the way, that was Matt G. Thank you for the $2 and $4.99 for Typo Negative. Hail Doomcock and Gary. Catch the Rogan interview with Commander Dave Fravor. No, I will catch it prior to the Exozone on Wednesday, though, Typo Negative. That is, as a matter of fact, I'll have Doomcock watch it too. Rachel Maddow on Batwoman tells you everything. Trooper Bear FN 2525 for $2. You're absolutely right. And it was just a voiceover. Yeah, it was just a voiceover. Jet Schemer, let's ask for Letter Kenny in space. Sure, for $2. Thank you for the $2, Jet Screamer. For $5, Thomas Gilkey. Hey, Gary and my Lord Doomcock. Thank you, Thomas Gilkey. Echo Base Network for $1.99. LOL, did you see our Cecil Zone video and with Jeremy? I did, and I loved it. I thought it was great. Chris Stanley for $5. EVS has some pretty decent keyboard skills. He should team up with Doomcock. He should. Yeah, he's pretty talented on that. For $10, Woke Troll. I wasn't going to see Joker, but with the why you toxic white male istophobia Russian bot evil man babies are going on about it, I'll have to check it out. Yes, Woke Troll. I am an incel. I'm a Russian incel istophobe white male man baby who loves that fucking movie. They did use Eccleston's face in the 50th anniversary for when John Hurt's War Doctor started to regenerate in DVD extras only. No, you could see hints of his face in the 50th anniversary, Nicholas. You could definitely see hints of his face. I watched it live, and I saw it. I mean, it was probably just an animation. Christopher, thank you for the five pounds. Christopher Eccleston is coming out, and I don't know what the hell the guy's doing. So he's spilling his guts. He's getting into like incredibly personal issues, and all of a sudden he loves the Doctor Who community. Did he have an awakening? That's great. It's timed with him doing paid autographs and paid photographs and paid appearances at cons now. So yes, I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious of all this. I'm sorry that happened to him, and I hope he's seeking help, and it looks like he's monetizing his victimhood. I am going to be doing my AA story on this channel someday, and it will not be monetized. I will shut down super chats for that day because part of that story, I heard a lot of people, and I don't want to make money off that. Plus, I just don't want to make money off it. Hey guys, The Expanse is coming. PSSTD is up there with the Star Lost from Canada. Yous are great. Well, thank you, Bell's Nickel. I appreciate the $10. The Expanse. This is just a guess. I'm thinking you might get an episode early. I would be very shocked if they didn't do that. That episode looked like done. It was 100% done. I don't see why they shouldn't. I mean, maybe early December, drop it early, just, for a thank you to the fans for saving the show. I think that would be a nice thing to do. And I think it would really help Amazon Prime sell the goddamn show. And yeah, we need to stay on them weekly. It's a huge mistake if they release that show all at once. It'll be forgotten by January 15th, 2020. Hail, my lords. Had a great time at New York Comic Con today, and I hope to see you there next year, Lord. Gary, Michael Andriotti. I'll go back. I'll probably only go to the con one day, but I'll hang out with New York. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. But it's all about the people you go with, and not really the con itself. Hanging out with Jeremy is fun. Hanging out with Cecil was fun. I'm glad I turned in early that day, though. I worked on that Star Trek video instead. Stray Dog for $10. Capaldi could have been written as the Valyard, and I honestly thought they were going to stick that in there, to be honest with you. I thought that he would play like a dual role. In his final regen and struggling with the mortality he has been running away from all his life. Is he evil or good? Capaldi would have pulled it off. Stray Dog, they could still do that. The thing is, we're assuming that his injury was from the final episode, World Enough in Time or whatever it was called. And it could have been from that, but he could have gone on a completely Valyard adventure. And Yeah, or he could have split off. There's all kinds of ways they can do that. And if they make Capaldi as the Valyard, oh my God. For $10, Orville Nation. Gary, it was true pleasure meeting you. Thank you for the generous gift of the hat. Very cool hat. I will be using it when we start doing live streams this month. PJ, well, it was great meeting you, PJ. I'm sorry it was towards the end of the meetup there, and thanks for going to the Orville panel and trying to get stuff for me. And yeah, I really have why wouldn't they allow video during the panel? I videoed the entire Expanse panel. Mexican Iron Man just left the Joker movie. Holy hell, I'm coming back tomorrow night and watching it again with my two cousins. Hail sweet victory for the cinema. Hail the tide is turning. Hail the Phantom Menace. Hail Doomrotic for $9.99. The tide is turning. It's going to take a while. But I think, okay, mark this down. October 8th, 2020, shit's going to be a lot different. You're going to see, it's not going to be completely done, but things will be a lot different. I'm super chatting in honor of Mary Ashmead, who can't at the moment. Well, thank you, Chris Stanley, for $10. And she's not allowed to super chat. It is against the rules for mods to super chat. They do enough work for us, and it's thankless. And we appreciate Mama Mary. El Berzadente, so say we all, Lord Doomcock, for £10, and that's after his great, impassioned rant. It's not, I'll call it a speech, not a rant. Australian $5, totally agree on Eccleston. By the way, you have you listened to The War Doctor yet, Gary? No, I haven't. I'm terrible, but can I show off these real quick? Hang on. Oh, wait, they're outside. I can't show them off, but hey, I'm still here, everybody. I'm still here. We're almost done with the super chats, and I'll get to you, okay? But I have to get done with these. It was bad that I didn't get through them, and I really appreciate these. This allows me to make a lot of content. It's really humbling to get these, and they need to be treated with respect. Zoti, thank you, Doom, for $5, and he is thanking Doomcock again for an excellent impassioned speech. Again, I will link it into the description, but the full Inquisition's on Nerdrotic Live right now. Or is it? Did I upload it? Yeah, I did upload it. Yeah. God, man. I am caught up on sleep, I swear. $2. I wonder what Scorsese thinks about the Joker, says Glinzer. I bet you he likes it. I'm guessing he likes it. He had a lot of influence on it. I'm hit and miss with Scorsese. I know everybody thinks he's the auteur genius of all time. I think some of his movies are, and some aren't. That's just me. For $5, Daniel, Hollywood had Kimmel punish Phoenix for daring to star in a movie that is guilty of a crime of focusing on a story instead of promoting SJW propaganda. Kimmel punish Phoenix? Did what happened, Daniel? Did he, I'll have to go look into that. Phoenix looks properly fucking done with the Access Media, and I don't blame him one bit. Hey, Phoenix, I don't do a lot of interviews. I don't really give a shit about movie stars, but you're always welcome here, and you won't get any of those stupid-ass questions. You guys are the best streamers on YouTube. Gary, it was awesome meeting you. If you got a chance to read the Ken Wilber essay, I am curious of your thoughts, impressions, but don't want to derail the show. Loquacious Primate, I will, when I finish reading it, I'll probably give a little some thoughts on it on the Exozone. I think that's more proper for the Exozone. But thank you for the essay. I am not going to pretend I understood most of it, but as much as I could for being a guy who's been kicked out of three high schools and did not finish 10th grade. I did go back and graduate high school without a GED. I took a correspondence course and retook high school in the 90s, in my 20s. So I graduated. I actually had pretty decent grades. So yeah, and I did it. Yeah, and it wasn't very expensive. Tones Review. Keep up the great work, fellas. Make films fun again for Australian $2. I'm actually very proud of my high school diploma that I got in 1998, 10 years after I was supposed to graduate. Tones review. Thank you for the Australian $2. Thank you for the kind words. Laurie Roberts, R.I.P. Ginger Baker. Did he know? Oh, what? Did he know his best song ended Joker? Yes. R.I.P. Ginger Baker. And I don't know. I don't know. But, that makes me think, Laurie Roberts, for $5. I don't know if everybody caught, and if you should. By the way, there's a super chat for Mary Ashmead. What are you doing, Mary? By the way, Laurie, it was great meeting you at the meetup. Okay. Doomcock's theory on the ending of Joker. I'll get to that later because I disagree with it, like almost completely. But that's the great thing about this film. I don't think there is a definitive. I mean, Doomcock that's his definitive end. I have a very different one. I have an extremely different one, and I'll tell you why. But that's the beauty of this movie. It's not supposed to have one. I don't think Todd Phillips will have the final say, and if he's smart, which he is, he'll never. He will die with that answer. And maybe he doesn't have one either. And that's the beauty of it. You might get demonetized here. A little help. The pain. A little help for the pain. Doomcock. Well, thank you very much, Dragon Volder X. And we did indeed get demonetized on the Inquisition. That did happen. Admiral O.F. Doom. Hollywood people remind me of Admiral Oliver Franklin Doom's undeniable rule of life, number 147. It must pay well to be stupid, or so many people wouldn't do it. Just an observation. Admiral O.F. Doom for $10. Alex Kurtzman. Best example. Mary Ashmead, an illegal $10. I started fostering kittens for a nonprofit organization, 0 to 6 weeks old. I need help. I have a GoFundMe page and PayPal account that you can donate to. I'll pull the info in the chat. Thank you. And yeah, you can put it in there. That's fine. Yes. So Mary Ashmead has a GoFundMe. Go find it. If one of the mods could throw that in the chat, that'd be great. Thunder Robots. I'm just assuming Joker finds a Lazarus pit later, and yeah, we're probably guessing we're gonna get a Lazarus pit. I don't know. We're not gonna get another movie. We're not. I don't think Todd Phillips, unless they just back up the Brinks truck. I agree with Doomcock on if they did another movie. Sorry, I've got like a cramp. Shit. I just got back from working out. I didn't stretch. Ellie Avila. As a Latino, I find it hilarious what the Antifa fools think Fandom Menace is comprised of. We just don't want revisionist subversion of our loved IPs. Eli, bless you. Thank you for the $5. And after meeting the Fandom Menace, it's laughable. It is laughable. We are a mixed bunch of people with good taste. We're just a mixed bunch of people with good taste. I'm as white as they come. I can't help it. I was born that way. Whiskey Tango, yo. $10 Classic Comics. Marvel had better writing than DC for several years in 60 and early 70s, but by the early 80s, a lot of the talent that was built the Marvel brand had left Marvel and moved to DC. Ween, Wolfman, Thomas. It goes back and forth. The writing was better in the 60s for Marvel. I don't know. I thought the early 70s was really good for DC as well on certain things. And I'm one of those idiots who's never seen one as better than the other. I preferred Marvel because Marvel comics were cheaper. That was it. When I was a wee little lad, DC comics off the rack, the ones I was finding were 50 cents and Marvel were like 25 and 30. I could get 2 Marvel comics. My allowance was like $1. So for $1, I got 2 comics, a bag of chips, and a soda. And I would ride to the marketplace from it was a place called the Marketplace. It was 2 miles from my house. So I get on my little BMX bike, ride all the way down there, unsupervised, and spend my $1 or $2. And then I got a paper out, and I was loaded then. I could buy all the comics. Trooper Bear FN 2525 for $5. Spider Lad never gets the torch of manhood passed to him in a rite of passage. Iron Man interrupted by Whammon telling the toxic male it's okay to die. Yeah. I mean, yes. No, and the MCU is done. It's cooked and done. And now let's watch it go through the same slow car accident that Star Wars went through, that Doctor Who is going through, Star Trek. Let's get your popcorn, because the crash and burn of the MCU is going to be more entertaining than the actual movies. And the crash and burn is not, you know what? I don't actually think it'll be all wokeness. I think that's going to alienate a lot of the hardcore fans and those of us in the fandom menace, but what'll eventually kill it dead is the same thing that's plaguing Batwoman right now. It's boring. It's boring. Captain Marvel, like, poked you in the eye. Batwoman put you to sleep. Orville Nation, I truly believe if Leonard Nimoy was still with us, he would have something to say about Kurtzman, about what he is doing to Spock. Oh, fuck yeah, he would. Leonard Nimoy would not sign off on this. And listen, William Shatner said enough. William Shatner has said enough. I think he's, I don't think he's, I don't know. I'm sure he's allowed to say what he wants, but I think he's respectful. Don't be respectful, Shat. You're the fucking Shat. You can do what you want. Hail, Gary and Lord Doomcock. Haven't been here for a while, so I've been making up for it with super chats I missed. You're spot on about the universe created by Lee, Kirby, and Ditko. By the way, that's a $100 super chat from TK. That's why I'm reading it again. Let's show that one. That's worthy of being shown. Right there in the bottom. $100. All right. Right. Okay. Almost done, folks. JC Shaggy, hail Inquisition at work. Just wanted to say you guys rock. Gary, the Judge Dredd audiobook on 2000 AD audio channel. Doomcock, I've sent a package. Should be there Friday. All hail. Hit those likes. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like here as well. Thank you, JC Shaggy. $20. I want to get the Judge Dredd audio dramas. Like, are they on CD? I want a hard copy of that. Oh my God, I love Big Finish. I just don't have time to listen to it. I got to listen to the War Doctor and review it for Patreon. Basil the Pumpkin Seagull for a Canadian 10 peso super chat and a Canadian 5 peso super chat. My liege and Gary, this freaking thing did not tell me about the live stream until 5 minutes ago. I've been sitting here for 89 minutes without my liege, but now the seagull be pumping. Once a rattlesnake bit me, and after 4 days of agonizing pain, the snake died. It was not expecting the seagull to be a pufferfish. Toxic. That's right. The pumping seagull. That's a hilarious avatar there, buddy. Jaden Solo, Joker stayed true to his origins. What the real or imagine is multiple choice genius. Yep. All right, I'll tell you right now, it can't all be in his head. It can't. I want those of you who have watched the film to think about it. A lot of it, big chunks of it, important parts of it could be in his head, but it can't all be in his head. And I'll tell you why. There are scenes where he's not there. So if you are under a delusion, and it's a narcissistic delusion, why would you not be in it? How could you do that? Plus, were you having delusions within delusions? Because if it's all an delusion, then he's having a delusion within a delusion within a delusion. It doesn't work like that. So there are parts of the film that happen. Now, is that a mistake of storytelling? Is it a plot hole, or was it specifically put in there? I specifically heard Joaquin Phoenix, and I'll believe him when he says this, say, the reason I took this role is because it's one of the tightest scripts I've ever read. So I want to get my hands on the script, by the way. I need to get my hands on the script and read it. I don't know if it's going to be available, but I'll look on eBay. If somebody has access to one, I'll pay cheddar for it. Let me know. I want one of these scripts. But it can't be all in his head. It's impossible, because there are scenes that take place without the Joker even being around. So how would he know that happened? Or is he starting to invent events in the world without him being there? And during this delusion, he was unconscious. So was he dreaming that world with he wasn't there? See, that's, I guess so. I guess that could happen, but see, that would be, I don't think that would be very good storytelling. I like the fact that it's not definitive. I think it was meant to be questioned the whole time. Like I said, there's a Buffy episode that does the very same thing. There's a Buffy episode where she gets locked up in a mental asylum and you think she's slaying, and they don't tell you at the end whether she gets released or not. They keep it open. And yes, I don't like Joss Whedon anymore, but that doesn't take away from the fact that that show was genius. Oddly enough, I don't see much Antifa in strong Second Amendment states. I wonder why that might be, asked Tim Riggs. Yeah, for $5. Antifa, I got a good look at them, and Jeremy and I will be doing a live stream on this with Quarter Black Garrett, and maybe we'll bring on Doomcock. We've got audio of a panel that really encompassed everything the Phantom Menace is about. And we know what we're up against. It's a racist movement. It is a racist movement. Now, if anybody ever in the Phantom Menace said they excluded somebody for their for choosing who they love, or their skin color, or their religion, of any kind, I wouldn't consider that person a true member of the Phantom Menace. They could say it. I can't stop them from saying it. I wouldn't consider that. That's the only thing. We're not exclusionary of anything, of any thoughts, of any beliefs, of anything. We can all be individuals and have our individual thoughts, but I think what the Phantom Menace focuses on is what we love. And we love Star Wars, we love Star Trek, and we obviously love it more than the people who own it right now. And Dave Cullen just did a video on copyright laws, and I agree with him like 1,000%. Go check it out. They need to set up a panel next year for the Phantom Menace. Listen, any Comic-Con out there with the nuts, with the sack to have a Phantom Menace panel, you will have my respect. I will support your con. I will shout out your con, however big or small. If you have a Phantom Menace panel, I will help you in any way make that happen. So yeah, that would be great. I think it would be great. And then we can have a conversation. SJW and stupid is no way to go through life, son. For $2, says Tim Riggs. That's right. That's a pull from one of the best quotes from Animal House. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son. $2, Tim Riggs. I'll watch Batwoman when Axel Braun parodies it. Yes. By the way, all hail Axel Braun and Kenzie Taylor, my Captain Marvel. They follow me on Twitter now. I was fucking stoked. So Mrs. Nerdrotic and I will be reviewing the movie. Yes, we will be reviewing the movie. I think we'll do a segment on Friday Night Tights. Does that sound fair? I don't have it here. I made a whole thumbnail that Kenzie's my Captain Marvel. I'll put it up on Twitter. She's my Captain Marvel. I have to turn on my other computer, so I'll put that up in a second, and we'll do that. All right. How far do we got to go there? Oh, Oh shit. Okay, yeah, we're almost there. Disturbed Fan 0717 Productions. These people changing our geek myths for race and gender problems that were never there. Feels like we've been kicked out of our own homes because they aren't for us anymore. I'm seething with rage. That's exactly what's going on. And I equate this to, for $10. Thank you very much. This is a relationship where, you know, you started out okay, you get married, your new partner comes in and says, okay, all that stuff I said I was okay with, you actually got to put it in a corner in the basement now and get rid of it. You have to change everything, which I don't feel nerddom didn't have to change a fucking thing. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Nobody's ever excluded you. If you need stories about your experience, write them. Write them. We can't write stories for everybody's singular experience. I don't get the middle-aged, recovering alcoholic and drug addict, freaking kicked out of high school experience. Where's that? I don't fucking need it. There's a thing called the human condition. We can relate on many levels. Hollywood is working out their own baggage through their narrative. All right. They're the ones who didn't cast women. They're the ones who, when a woman turned 40, they would ignore her. Not us. They were the ones. Data. In the year 2036, the UN declared that no Earth citizen could be made to answer for the crimes of his race or forebearers. And counter at 4 points, SJWs haven't evolved to that point yet, it seems. No, and we shouldn't. I am not going to. And we were talking about this is Watchmen. In the Watchmen series, reparations were paid. I'm not paying reparations on something that I had nothing to do with. That was it. That's something I had nothing to do with. I wasn't born. I am not responsible for my ancestors. Nothing. CFH10 Nerdcock. You may both like this TV series, Supernatural Horror Anthology, 6 episodes, 1 season, which stars Rutger Hauer. What's it called? I'd advise you start with season 1 or 2, but I don't see. You may both like this series, Supernatural Horror Anthology. Is that what it's called? Okay, cool. CFH for $10. Thank you very much. Damn it. That's right. Damn it. The series is called Channel Zero. I have heard of Channel Zero. Thank you, CHF. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Protogism. Thank you for the 10 CHFs and the 2 CHFs, whatever those are. Cardinal Sin, you can't make this shit up. Nope. And this is when we were talking about the Watchmen. So the Watchmen, Damon, it looks like it's only going to be 1 season. And it's going to be about racism. It's going to be about racism. The Godfather of Harlem, really great so far. Says Pinion for Canadian $2. Cool. CJ Franks, Joker was awesome for sure. Say my name, Nerdrotic. CJ Franks for $2. Lady Mist, not sure if I'm getting this right. Disney is going to use spell check program by Gina Davis on those that review their shows to determine how to gauge the viewer's intelligence. So bad types like me are now stupid. Lady Mist, you're smart with me. So, correction, 2000 AD radio is the channel name. Thank you, JC Shaggy, for $2. Nicholas Horton, Rihanna is Poison Ivy. It's another disservice to gingers. I stand with redheads. Yes, ginger side is real. Another redhead replaced. That's, okay, this is just getting ridiculous at this point. It's getting ridiculous. Stop replacing redheads with African-American actors. Redheads are, gingers are actually one of the most rare things on the planet. Wasn't the original Batwoman a military lady who just happened to be gay? Had a mafia father and was about the occult that rejected her father's ways. Yes, I roughly believe that was right. Oh, God, I just blew right through it. I'm in Batwoman now. So we done. Okay, that's good. I was like, I thought I recognized that. I thought I read that one before. So I guess we got some super chats here. Oh my God, you got 1,300 people watching. I wasn't even paying attention who's watching. But let's get to the chatty chat first. Let's see if I can get my Kenzie Taylor picture up. Kenzie Taylor. Nooner. Was it 09? Was it FNT? No. Well, how's Bells? Let's see if I can find it. Nope, 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 and nope. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, there, I will, here, I can upload it into my drive because I'm on a different computer. I mean, it's not that great or anything. I just want to show it to you guys. Upload files. What's it called? My Captain Marvel. This is a lot of work for nothing, really. Just a moment. Oh, now I can't find it. It's just easier to search. There we go. Again, that was a lot of work for nothing. And so RIP Star Trek. That's where we can start right now. Let me sip a little more Pete's for the working woman and man. Fucking Star Trek. Oh, by the way, those Nerdrotic hats people were talking about, check them out. This is the last one left, and it was for New York Comic Con. You know what? We'll give this one away. We'll make this one a giveaway. I also got like stickers and buttons and stuff. All right, so Star Trek died in 14 minutes, folks, and there's no coming back. The reason it's dead is because all of us held a little hope for Picard. And all of us thought, let's give Michael Chabon a chance. Let's give him a shot. My guess is this short trek was hastily put together and shot towards the end of Star Trek Discovery Season 2, or they pulled them back before they broke down the sets. There's no way they reconstructed a set for that fracking 14 minutes of garbage. Pike did look a lot different, but why would you reconstruct that and bring Pike back for like a second at the end? So it looked like it was hastily put together, and Chabon, whatever hope people were holding out, you dashed it completely. Completely. It's gone. And you did yourself a disservice. Because listen, I'm going to give Picard a fair chance no matter what. I'm going to sit back and try to like clear out my Alex Kurtzman from my head and try to give it a shot. But I mean, I've just watched too much Alex Kurtzman Star Trek to know that it's damn near impossible to be good, because Kurtzman is good at giving everything lip service. Just don't listen to him talk anymore. Because when his mouth is moving, he's lying. Or at least he's convinced himself he's honest. And listen, the guy's not going to give up his job, but dude, you're embarrassing yourself, man. You are so bad at your job, bro. You are embarrassing yourself. So you know what? Save your money. You'll probably, hang around on soap operas and stuff. And that's honestly where you belong. Listen, this is for the big boys and girls. This is above your station. This is for your betters. Sorry. Talent only goes so far. You don't have it. You don't have enough talent to run Hawaii 5-0, to be honest with you. But, and I've seen a lot of your work, dude. And it sucks. It's really bad. Like, you can't even write a comic book. There's comic book writers much better than you out there. There's independent comic book writers writing Indiegogo books that have more talent than you. Yeah, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And this is how Star Trek dies. And it's done. It's done. So a healthy Star Trek. Remember when you were talking about toys, Kurtzman, and you said that Star Trek never figured out toys? I mean, one of the most ignorant statements I've ever heard. The people in the podcast even tried to save you from your ignorant statement, and they couldn't because you couldn't remember fucking Mego. Because you couldn't remember fucking Mego. Some of the best Star Trek toys ever made. They're all right there, dude, you dickhead. Yeah, those Star Trek toys that they didn't fucking figure out. I mean, some of those are reproductions, but like, yeah, there's the bridge. It's all right there. And then later on, we had Next Generation. It's all right there. The Playmates line. We got ships up there. Yeah, remember when Star Trek was fucking healthy? Yeah. Where is that shit? If Star Trek is so great and healthy, a Picard series is coming back on the air. How come we haven't heard a fucking hint about a Star Trek Picard action figure? Even a specialized one by Diamond Comics. They used to have the Star Trek license. What happened? Did they have to get rid of it for JJ Trek? I'm thinking yes. Why isn't Hot Toys make it a Picard? Why isn't Sideshow make it a Picard? Why isn't somebody? And don't talk to me about fucking Eagle Moss. That's 3D printing, okay? I mean, well, it's, yeah. They're good. I don't mean to disrespect Eagle Moss. I've got a lot of Eagle Moss in here. But, dude, that's specialized. It's easy to make. And it's not mass produced, and it's not anything you're going to make any money off of. So, here's the news I'm going to bring you. And again, come out, Alex Kurtzman, come out and tell me I'm fucking wrong. Nobody watched this fucking episode. Like, nobody. And they announced it at New York Comic Con. And quite frankly, they had a tepid response. And The Expanse had a bigger fucking crowd and a better response. The Expanse kicked Star Trek's ass at New York Comic Con. And it deserved to. So, I have heard that the CBS is trying to strong arm the licensees into producing stuff, and they're threatening to pull the licenses, and the licensees said, go right ahead. Pull the fucking license. We don't need this shit. We can't sell this shit. Go ahead. Produce Star Trek Discovery action figures. Do it. If it's so fucking popular, people are going to run out and buy them. How come you haven't done it yet? Oh, so you have to make an animated show to produce toys? Listen, Star Trek shouldn't be ripping off anything. Picard is a ripoff of Firefly. Lower Decks is a ripoff of Steven Universe and Rick and Morty. I mean, this is pathetic. This is pathetic when you have to rip off more shit. Kurtzman, dude. Reach down in your pants and see if you actually have a set of balls, because I'm not sure you do. Fuck. So, after watching that episode, and I've watched it like 4 times just to get extra fucking mad about it, it broke something though. And I just started laughing at the end, and I'm like, and it's kind of like how I felt about Batwoman. There's no way anybody's going to take this seriously now. Like, no way. And once that spell is broken where people don't actually buy into what it becomes a parody. And Batwoman looks like a parody. It looks like a parody within a movie. Like there's some movie that's about a movie star, kind of like Entourage, right? So there's some movie about a movie star that's struggling, that's trying to get their career back. So they take on a superhero role. And yeah, it's like a parody within a movie of a parody. That's what Batwoman is. And that's what Star Trek is. The Orville, and I mean this in all seriousness. I mean, there's no hyperbole. It is so much, it is higher quality science fiction. Forget the comedy. It's higher quality science fiction. And I am under an NDA, but I'm allowed to say general statements. Next season on the Orville is going to do things Star Trek Discovery wish it could do. The reason Star Trek Discovery can't is because they don't have a single character that people buy into and genuinely like outside of maybe Doug Jones's Saru. And there's going to be no Anson Mount. So that's your most popular character isn't even going to be in season 3. Anson Mount was by far the most popular character in Star Trek Discovery. The white guy. Sorry to say. And it has nothing to do with him being white. It has everything to do with him being probably the best fucking actor. And then people like Doug Jones too. But, you know, Doug Jones has to speak the lines from these hideous screenwriters. So, you know, yeah, Star Trek's dead. It's dead. It be dead. And yeah, it's not even doomed. It's dead. Great title for this video, Gary. Thank you, Orville Nation. I appreciate it. I worked hard on that one. I thought about it for at least 10 minutes in the gym today. Neon Visual for $5. Trek, like Picard family, was burned to death in a dumpster fire. Slowly. They were tortured and burned to death. We fans have been tortured. And there's idiots out there backing this channel, backing this fucking TV show. I would highly question their taste. Everybody has a right to their opinion on YouTube, but I don't go after other YouTubers. But man, if you're shilling for this show, hoping for that CBS cheddar, they're not going to respect you for liking this show. You think they're going to respect you, man? Come on. Ugh. Dude, come correct. Gary, why hate Star Wreck? You hate it is so good. Hashtag woke, says Big Red Bear. Yes, it is woke. It's also bad. It's woke and bad. Thank you for the 2 Canadian pesos. Dina Jamros for $5. Here's some money for the kitty. Glad to finally connect on a live stream. Well, I will pass that on to the kitty cats. For Mary Ashmead. Thank you. Eric Santucci for $5. Yo, Gary, here's some doubloons. It was great meeting you, John, Jeremy, and Ethan at Casa Nona after New York Comic Con. Taking the piss out of JJ was fun too. Wasn't it, Eric? And it was great meeting you. And Casa Nona was really good, by the way. Highly recommend that restaurant. It was a classy joint and the pasta was perfect. It was good. Boogaloo Guru for £4.99. Hi, Gary. I'm a Star Wars fan and I find new Star Trek enjoyable. Also like JJ Trilly and Cass, but love your show and love your hear your views. NYCC was fun. It was. JJ is terrible though. Sorry, I appreciate the $4.99, but JJ is terrible. It's terrible. NYCC was a lot of fun though. Here is Candace Marie. The great Candace Marie, very supportive of the channel, a patron, a friend, showed us her high school pictures, which were great. Candace, in the yearbook, for $2, throwing you a few cones for the travel fund. Well, thank you. Throwing a few coins for the travel fund. Thank you. I appreciate it. For $2. Van the Glass Blower for $1.99. They get work because they're Scientologists. I wonder, is Kurtzman a Scientologist? Is he? Oh, man. I don't know. I can believe it. I thought the jig was up on those people, though. I can't confirm that, but all it says is Tom Cruise. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised though. There's no, you can't put an ologist behind Alex Kurtzman name unless it's a hackologist. He's a hackologist. I will accept that. Yes. Ay. Any feelings on the new Picard trailer, says Ryan, for £20. Yes, there was a lot of member berries when I initially watched it for the first time. I was like, it's okay. I mean, I didn't have anything bad to say about it other than Legolas. And old man Picard fencing, but After I watched it again, it clearly looks like a ripoff of Firefly and Logan, and it's more Kurtzman just ripping other people off. There's no original story here. He's not going to be a captain. It's going to be very, it's going to subvert your expectations. So I don't think it'll subvert mine, Ryan. I think it's going to suck because Alex Kurtzman's name is involved. And after watching Michael Chabon's Short Trek, there is absolutely no fucking hope whatsoever for this show to be good. Period. Trek Dog for $21.99. Hail, Gary. Combine the Orville and the Expanse for a convention where only good sci-fi is allowed. Your Batwoman review with DC was brilliant, so I hope for at least one bad episode of Star Trek Picard, but I fear we will get more. Oh, I think all of them are. And I will be reviewing every single one. Thank you for the $21.99 pound. I greatly appreciate it. Trek Dog. JPRPH1 for $4.99. Member berries for Picard. It's still Kurtzman. Fans beware. Yeah, dude, it's Kurtzman. It's Kurtzman. He has produced nothing good. Zero. Leon Kennedy for $1.99. Fraggle Rock finale was better than all of Game of Thrones Season 8. I don't remember the Fraggle Rock finale, but yes, it was. Game of Thrones Season 8 was terrible. And you're going to get that. Your Rise of Skywalker will be the Game of Thrones Season 8 for Star Wars fans, and you're going to see them lose their goddamn minds. You're going to see the rest of the... Remember as we're going through Game of Thrones Season 8, we're like, every episode, we're going to get more of the normies right about now. And we were getting clapback, and by the bells, it was like, welcome. And you know what? A lot of normies came to the Phantom Menace because of Game of Thrones. So we got to thank it for that. And by the way, normies, we love you. You make the world go around. You're the ones, you are the general audience. You are the people working your asses off and you don't have time for this bullshit. And you just want to be entertained. Well, we're trying to preserve that for you. So you can turn your mind off from your hard day's work, which I've actually done quite a bit of. I'm a blue collar guy. I mean, I've worked in Hollywood too, but I mean, most of my life, I worked in auto shops and turned wrenches and delivered auto parts. Yeah, I was a blue collar guy. So yeah, salt of the earth, man. Salt of the earth. Hell yes, I support a NOS GoFundMe for SPDA242 for 25 Swedish crowns. Yes, we are going to be starting an Anas Abdeen GoFundMe. I will get you the information once I talk to Anas and make sure it's okay with him. There's some flaming hoops we have to jump through first to make sure everything is cool. And we have to make sure that Anas is protected. That's the most important thing. Anas needs to get every single penny of the money, and we want to make sure he is protected. So I think there needs to be redundancies, like multiple people involved that I trust. And he trusts. More importantly, he trusts. From Rex Reed, the Observer website. Yes, Mrs. Nerdrotic told me this, George Orwell, for $30. Brilliant and unforgettable Joker borders on genius. Congrats to your 136,000 subscribers. Oh, thank you. Your work is great. Thank you. Yes, so my next video will feature that, by the way. Thank you, George Orwell. Mrs. Nerdrotic inspired my next video. So, I think I've said my piece in my Star Trek one. There will be another Star Trek one, another Star Trek video. I need to gather some information. But I was not expecting to make a Star Wars video yesterday. As a matter of fact, that was put together in like 3 hours. I got the news in the morning. Itchy Baka. By the way, Itchy, I'm sorry I didn't give you credit, man. I am so sorry. So my last video was inspired by Itchy Baka. So please support his GoFundMe. I support it as well. If somebody could please put that into the chat in the description. Itchy Baka from Star Wars is Dumb sent me something on Saturday. I didn't see it till Monday, and I made a video like immediately. It was because of Itchy Baka. And God, I'm sorry for not doing that, dude. See, when I forget to give people credit, it's because I'm absent-minded. It's not like I'm trying to steal your shit. I don't care. I don't need to be original. And you know what? That's what a lot of YouTubers make the mistake of being jealous and envious. It's like, dude, nobody comes up with anything here on YouTube. It's your opinion. So your opinion is original. So you don't need to be first with a video. You could be last or late or whatever on any subject because people tune in for you. So don't be so damn insecure. George Zargo George Zago the Pussy Peddler for £1.99. Peddling that pussy. So you're a cat merchant. Okay. This one enjoys your contents. This one enjoys your content. Has a skooma for me. What's a skooma? I don't know. Wow. Hang on. My ears started ringing. Thank you, cat merchant. The Talons of Wayne Chiang for £10. How's this for an idea, Gary? A female remake of the Three Musketeers with Sonequa Martin Green as Athos, Daisy Ridley as Aramis, Amy Schumer as Porthos, and Brie as I can't say his name, D'Artagnan. It's a winner. Money in the bank. The three patriarcheteers. We could call them the three patriarcheteers. Or matriarcheteers, I'm sorry. The three matriarcheteers. I love it. Let's fund it. If that was a parody by, produced by Mel Brooks, I think it would be great. And they could just be fighting phallic symbols the entire movie. Mellow Yash for $5. What are your thoughts on the preview for the Tribble short trek? I didn't see it. Are the short treks weekly or they're monthly, right? They're supposed to come out every month, or are they doing it weekly? Are they really doing it weekly? They couldn't do it weekly. My thoughts, Mellow Yosh, without seeing it, it's going to suck because Kurtzman's name on it, but I'll watch it and review it, of course. Mako Solo for $5. Gary, you will never catch up on Super Chats. No, I will catch up. Watch. I'm about to right now. 99 Iron Duke for Australian $5. Could you please try to do a live stream with the excellent Critical Drinker? I would love to. I don't know if he's ever heard of me. I subscribed to his channel, been subscribed for a while now. He is Maulerish in his excellence. And that is the highest praise. Mauler is like the excellence of YouTube. If you're out there, Mauler, love you, man. How long do you think they start showing impeach Trump messages on Batwoman or other woke show? I don't think they Ventu Viper $5. Probably next episode. I was going to say, I don't think they will, but they'll probably do it next episode. For sure. Karan, Canadian $5. I'm okay with Brie Larson in Star Wars if they make her a Wookiee. A dead Wookiee for Canadian $5. Possibly, yes. Pogues Rebens for $9.99. Gary, here are my CBS All Access subscription fees for this month. As a lifelong Star Trek fan, I will never pay CBS a dime. To watch Star Trek, keep up the good fight. Why, thank you, Pogs, and thank you for not paying them a dime. Yeah, don't give them money. Don't support this crap. I'll watch it, I'll review it, but do not support this crap. Holy cow, the time jump in The Expanse Book 7. Whoa. Aaron Verkin, yeah. I'm not a fan of it at all for $2. Not a fan. And they can't do that in the show. TGFOO Buck for $10. Mr. Robot Season 4 started strong. What did you think? If you caught the beginning of this live stream, I freaking loved it. It started out very strong. Sorry for the non-secular. Didn't have my wallet on the other stream. Get yourself a join button. I would love to, but that's up to YouTube. That's completely up to YouTube, and they haven't felt the need to give me one yet. So, so much for that. I do have a subscribe star and a Patreon. They have, as of tomorrow, they will have mirrored tiers. So they're the same thing. If you just don't want to support Patreon, they're subscribe star. The Talons of Wayne Chiang for £5. If Tom Baker was in his youth prime today, do you think he could have been a good Joker? Yes. Do you think he could have you had a chance to watch any of Blake Sebbins yet, mate? No, but I will. And I will review it on Patreon once I do. I can't remember if you're a patron or not. Sorry. But if you're not, I will send you the reviews. I have to check my Patreon, to be honest with you. It just jumped on me. Sorry. Caron for Canadian $5. I'm okay with... Oh, I already read that one. Jesus Christ. told you it jumped on me. But yes, Tom Baker would have been a great Joker in his youth. CZ for £5. Have you checked out Galaxy's Edge? Yes. Not Star Wars current year GE Galaxy's Edge novels. No, from Nick Cole. If not, you should check it out. Oh, okay. I haven't checked out the novels. No, but the park I have but thank you. I will check it out. CZ. Thank you for the £5. Cicero JPN for $5 in 2019 going down. Is 2019 going down the year of legacy sorry, I'll start that over. Is 2019 going down as the year of legacy media crashing hard? Blizzard is now being criticized hard for banning a player for a pro HK democracy comment. Are you fucking serious? Yes. And you know what? It's time for the legacy media, I can't say it, to crash very hard. It's time for them to end. It's time for you're seeing the changing of the guard right now. Right now, you're the media now. Mark C's the media. Script Doctor's the media. Doomcock's the media. Script Doctor Mark C for £5. Doomcock and you need to name your review of the show. We watched The Watchmen. Ooh, that's a good one. I think you're right. Mark C. Done. Script Doctor, Canadian $2. Check your email. Sent you a Joker. You sent the Joker script. You're awesome, Script Doctor. Thank you. Thank you for Canadian $2. Man, you gave me super chat and sent the script. I don't feel worthy. Echo Base Network for $4.99. Have you seen the trailer for Memory, an alien movie documentary? Looks interesting. No, but I'll check it out. Is it on Amazon? By the way, check out Echo Base Network. Great channel. Nicholas Glenn. Awesome dude. Larry for $2. R.I.P. Taylor. Which Taylor? Who's Taylor? R.I.P. Star Trek. I don't know. Who's Taylor? What happened? Larry. Sir Billy Ritchie for $4.99. Preach, Gary, preach. In the span of 8 years, I lost 3 of my favorite franchises. Star Trek, Star Wars, and Mass Effect. It's been a real kick of the arse. Yeah. In the space of 3 years, we've all lost Doctor Who, Star Trek, and Star Wars. God, the only one that can recover is Doctor Who. And they need to regenerate like tomorrow. And when they do that, though, Jodie's always part of canon. Always there. And it's for a fucking trend. That's you know what? And that shows you how much they actually care about these franchises. They're willing to burn them for something in the big picture of things, it's a blink of an eye. And they're willing to just trash it for that. The Talons of Wayne Chang for £2. The Batwoman suit is an instant human Funko Pop, right? Did you like my picture, by the way, on Twitter? Did you like that? I was going to show you guys my Kenzie thing before I go. Let's download it. And we're going to go to downloads. I'm just previewing the thumbnail for Friday Night Tights. That's all this is. It's a preview. I've got to go. What am I going to? Media source here? Or image source? That's it. Image source. There we go. And then this is a self-produced show, everybody. So there we go. We got image source right there. That's my Captain Marvel. Kenzie Taylor. Bless her heart. Yeah, she's brilliant. That's my Captain Marvel right there. We love Kenzie. Maybe we get her on the show. We'll see what happens. But let me get to the... there we go. I got to reset this up now. Hang on a second. Boom. And it's got to go below video source. And we go there. And then we got to go down one more. Nope. Whoop, 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 whoop. Boom. Oh, we got to go up one more. There we go. Okay, we're good. Glad we got that all worked out on the air. All right, let's read Nina Fabiano, or Blue-Eyed Scorpio for $4.99. Hey, Gary. I've got some 90s X-Men figures. If you have some crucifixion room on your wall, they're yours. Yeah, send them the P.O. box. Hell yeah. I've got room. I've got room right over here. I haven't quite finished over here yet. That's supposed to happen today, but I can save the space. Certainly. The P.O. box is, Gary Beekler, care of Nerdrotic at 230. Frickin', I never remember it. It is in West Portal. It is 236 West Portal Avenue, number 9, San Francisco, California, 94127. Here, I'll pop it in the chat. Here. There we go. That's the P.O. box. All right. Why, thank you, Blue-Eyed Scorpio. Nino Fabiano, you all, by the way, that was $4.99, $5. You all rock, but I have been dragged into another conference call to go. Stay angry, Nina. Thank you for chiming in for $5. Nova Zero for Australian $2. You're asking the wrong directors. Axel Braun. Yes, Axel Braun comes in and does Batwoman, but we need a sexier Batwoman. I don't find, I agree with Doomcock. She's got the build of a 14-year-old boy and a giant fucking head. She looks like a Funko Pop. And she needs to eat. She needs to eat something that's dangerously thin. I have not. Okay, R.I.P. Taylor, Batwoman suit. Okay. And Mark C. From the Three Musketeers, it's pronounced, D'Artagnan. Thank you. D'Artagnan. See, I knew if I heard it, I'd recognize it, but reading it, forget it. I told you, 3 high schools, kicked out. Thank you, Mark C, for $5. Kelly Nicklin for £10. We are going to the Star Trek convention in the UK later this month. We would love to wear Nerdrotic t-shirts. How can UK fans get a hold of Nerdrotic t-shirts as we are struggling to find them online? Well, we had to go through a transition period, but I will get with the Popcast guys on Mixed Tees. I think they have one ready to go. Kelly Nicklin, tune in on tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow because I think I can get a hold of the Popcast guys and we get the store ready to go like this. And you can find Justice for Anash shirts, which we can now sell. So, Popcast guys, if you're listening, go ahead and open the store. We'll get the financials worked out, in the next day or so. Go ahead and open it up. Or somebody tell them to go ahead and open it up, please. They're busy, I'm busy, and every time I text them, it's like, call me later. And every time I do that, forget it. You got to kind of catch me when I'm there. And it's the same for them, too. So, Kelly, definitely. Aaron Verkin for $5. I'm down for the female Three Musketeers, but add Melissa McCarthy and directed by Axel Braun. Yes. For $5. Lady Mist for $5. LOL, meant bad typist. This is for some copy, or LOL, meant bad typist. This is meant for some coffee to help during all of those late hours working on your great streams. Thank you, Lady Mist, and I appreciate it. By the way, in honor of that, a sip of Pete's, which I would happily sponsor, or take as a sponsor. Sorry. JRG Projects for $2. The Quantum Drive is the new warp drive. Damn straight. And the simulator is the new holodeck. Larry for $2. Rip Taylor, comedian with confetti died. Oh, all right. Oh, Rip Taylor. I got it. I'm a little slow on the take, man. Draxel 6 for $5. Mrs. Nerdrotic could do a better job on STD, STB hair and makeup design, drunk and blindfolded with Putzman's crew. Yes, she could, to be honest with you. You should see some of her work. Joel Tamburo for $5. Based on Joker, Todd Phillips is who I want to write and direct the Jason Blood Etrigan film I've always wanted. The Demon film. Yes. Oh, that'd be great, Joel. That'd be awesome. Mustafa Cohen for £5. Blake 7. Awesome. Avon will be your favorite character. Moonlight drowns out all of the brightest stars. Oh, what a great saying. Robert Smith is here from The Cure. How would you feel about a Star Trek Discovery parody by Mel Brooks? I would feel wonderful about it. I would pay lots of money for that, Robert Smith. Now, get The Cure back together, will you? Let's get a Constantine movie while we're at it. Hell yeah, a proper one. I don't hate the Keanu Reeves one, believe it or not. Liberator, such an awesome spaceship, says lives in flames. And Small Yoda 3, thanks, can't wait to see what's up. Okay, so what are we at? 1:30. Oh, we got a little time because I started late, right? So no, yeah, we should probably let's wrap this up right now. Oh, Mark C, what the heck did they do to Data's hairline? Oh, I agree with Doomcock who put up the tweet. It really shows the 25% difference. I just think they're bad. I think they're bad at their job. I think we essentially got confirmation. I've got the Kurtzman quote where he says it directly connects to 2009 Star Trek. So I think we got the confirmation we needed. That's going to be part of my video. Picture SJW is trying to apply the Vulcan. Idic says Joel Tamburo for $2. Thank you. And Mark C for $2. Thank you for those final 2 super chats. So next video will be Joker, then Star Trek, and I'm sure another Star Wars thing and whatever crazy effing news comes out. I am kind of working on a Dave Chappelle thing. We don't know when they're all going to come out. I'm going to do a proper Expanse review for Nerdrotic Live. Okay. That is coming. And it will be full of spoilers, but you're going to want to watch it. All it's going to do is just get you ready for what is going to be probably the best season of The Expanse. They don't have to rush through anything. They've got a season 5. Oh, and by the way, the first episode sets up stuff for season 5. Like they're that early on it, and they're really planning stuff out in a early Game of Thrones level, but I don't think it'll have a Game of Thrones collapse. The only disappointing thing is Anderson Dawes and Fred Johnson are just not part of the story anymore. Both those actors don't have time to come back to the show, and that really sucks. Jared Harris and the guy who plays Fred Johnson, he's on the Orville now. I like them both, but they don't have time for the show. So it's going to be Drummer, but Drummer's awesome. And if you noticed in the panel, Drummer's very pregnant right now. So congratulations to her. And everybody, have a wonderful day. Go to nerdrotic.com. Please do not forget to subscribe to Nerdrotic Live. I need you guys to subscribe to Nerdrotic Live because that's where, if anything ever happens here, that's where we're going to go. Also, nerdrotic.com is my live stream schedule. So Monday and Wednesday, the Nerdrotic Nooner returns at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. That is the set time. I might be 5 or 10 minutes late here and there, but that's the set time. So be around for that. And we're back. Holding out for a hero girl, $2 or £2 and nothing to say, but thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Holding out for a hero girl. Gary, will you add more tiers to Subscribe Star? $1 tier is only a bit sad. I'm not a Patreon person for reasons. Best time is now for $4.99. Yes, I will be mirroring all the tiers from Patreon. I'm going to do that tonight. Okay. So again, thank you everybody. I will see you tomorrow at 11:30. All right. Bye-bye.